I just received 1,000 of Caridina shrimp from Singapore. These shrimps came from KW Shrimps, Kelvin Wong, largest Caridina shrimp breeder in Singapore. He has a shop which I just visited 1 month ago. He also just opened a huge farm with hundreds of tanks, and I'm very impressed with this farm. He planning not only breed Caridina shrimp there, he also planning to breed Neo Caridina and Sulawesi shrimp. Enough talking, guys, let's open the bags and see what Kelvin sent to us today. Alright, here we have first bag of shrimp. Red Devil Black Bean means that they are highest grade. You can see they are very dark red color. I saw the shrimp in Kevin's shop and I fell in love with them. I'm not gonna drip acclimate them because the water parameters are very close. Kevin also has AD Amazonia soil in his tanks. We have both around the same pH, around the same TDS, so there's no really reason to drip acclimate the shrimp. So I'm gonna just temperature acclimate them in this acrylic box. And look at them, guys. This red color popping very nicely. Just look at the amount of these tiny little babies here. Kevin ran out of juveniles. I can wait for them to grow in my tank. That's absolutely fine. All right, the temperature is the same, so now we can release them in the tank. Wow, look at this rain. So this tank is brand new. It's just been cycled. I already tested with the test shrimp. The test shrimp been here for about 1.5 to 2 months. They started to breed, started to bear it. I saw some babies here, so this tank is absolutely fine. I'm sure this shrimp gonna be happy here. This shrimp's gonna be for sale. They're gonna be available on my website, and of course I'm gonna leave a breeding group for myself. Let's see what we got in the next bag. So here we have 120 of red zebra stardust shrimp. They might not look so beautiful right now because they don't handle the shipping very well. Once they stress, the red color becomes very pale. Now I'm gonna put this box in the tank to temperature acclimate, and then we're gonna properly look at them. Hopefully they're gonna get the color back. I really like the shrimp because of the combination of very cheap price and beautiful shrimp. Basically this is the budget version of the red stardust, because red stardust, they have a fishbone at the back. The red zebra, they have more like random patterns. You can see it yourself, more like a zebra patterns, I would say. Some people really like these patterns. If you don't like a fishbone and you like the zebra patterns, you don't have to pay much money for that because this is quite budget shrimp. And you know, when I was in Kelvin's shop, I saw one full tank of this zebra stardust in his shop, and I said, I want these shrimps. They are so beautiful. I want to keep it for myself.
This is a zebra galaxy stardust. Before the stardust we see today, they were all zebra first. Okay. So this is actually the older version. Okay, you see the lines, the zebra, zebra lines instead of a normal fishbone that you usually see. Most of them all have spider leg already.
So they have a spider leg and they don't have a fishbone at the back.
No fishbone.
No fishbone.
Yeah.
It's like a zebra pattern.
Yes. Yeah. This one we're going for zebra pattern. If we see fishbone, we take out.
Next bag, ocean blues. Another bag with ocean blues. I already bought some from Kelvin, 50 last time. Very fast selling shrimp. I still have a breeding group. They breed a lot in my tank. I'm going to show you later. You will not be able to find any better ocean blue. These ones, Kelvin's ones, are another level. That's another reason why I bought so many. So they're gonna go into this large 90-liter freshly cycled tank. And all of this lovely 250 ocean blues gonna live inside this tank until I sell them all, or until they grow up to the adulthoods and start to breed in my tanks. Let's make a shrimp rain. Nice. A lot of them here. Look at them, guys, here. They're very hungry after the trip. You can see them on the walls, munching on the algae. This tank is brand new also. This tank been tested with the test shrimp as well. It's been a fish here for a while, a goldfish. I normally have a goldfish like this one, you can see. The goldfish live in the tank for about 1 month before adding any shrimp. The goldfish are very good to cleaning any unwanted algae. And I have some coral shrimp here inside this holding net. This holding net works really well to separate your shrimp, prepare for shipping, or just isolate the shrimp. For example, if you don't want any like ugly males to be inside your tank and you don't have a cow tank, so you can just basically catch all of your ugly males and put them inside this separation net, and they will be absolutely safe. Even with the fish, you see, the fish try to bite them, but no chance. They're fully protected here. What I really love about the shrimp is leg coloration. They still the same as normal stardust. The leg coloration is really deep in the genetic of the shrimp, because Kelvin, the first criteria he grading the shrimp is the leg coloration. If the shrimp doesn't have a spider legs or legs is slightly pale, he colors straight away. As you can see, this tank is also made exactly the same replica of KW shrimp setup. We have a sponge inside the UGF, very thick sponge, and we have a soil, Lady Amazonia at the top. The sponge inside UGF works really good as an extra surface area for bacteria to colonize. We have a sponge filters as always, at least one inside each tank. We have a moss on top of the UGF, sometimes moss fell. From the UGF is absolutely fine. Shrimp's happy to graze on the moss, especially the babies. It just provides extra cover, extra protection for the babies. You don't need to put any kind of hiding spaces. You just put a lot of moss. You see a lot of shrimp under the moss. They just want to feel safe. Especially buried females, they like to hide inside the moss. So the water temperature is the same inside the box. TDS is about the same. pH is roughly about the same. So now let's put him inside this brand new tank. Look at this, guys. And check this out, guys. So many ocean blues inside the tank. They are all happy to be here. This tank is fully mature, fully cycled. I set this tank up 3 months ago and has been tested with a test shrimp. The test shrimp just been removed a few hours before the shrimp arrived. As you can see, we have one crystal shrimp here. Actually, we have another one on the Bucephalandra. There used to be a crystal shrimp colony inside the tank. They've been testing this tank, and before I remove them, they already started to breed, and I have plenty of little tiny ones. You can see tiny crystal shrimp baby. That's another few of them actually here. You can see, wow, that's a lot of them here. And I moved all the shrimps to the next tank, which I want to test. Honestly, I think it's ready now. I just want to double check and put some cheap shrimp first before I add expensive shrimp. This absolutely crazy amount of shrimp, 250 shrimp. This tank is big enough for them actually. It's 90 liters. It can easily hold up to 1,000 shrimp, I would say. This tank is now officially ocean blue grow out tank. Grow out tank supposed to be quite big because you want to put a lot of shrimp, lots of babies. Green was growing absolutely fantastic. Very happy how this tank is developing, and I think shrimp's also happy. Of course, they're hungry. They didn't eat for more than 24 hours. They have an empty stomach now, so they can fill the stomach with the yummy biofilm. I'm not going to feed them with the commercial food. There's no reason for that. There's plenty of food for them inside this tank. The shrimp tank is supposed to have lots of biofilm, lots of green walls. This is what the shrimp's mainly eating. The fancy tag is red. And another bag with the same shrimp. Okay, let's remove that net from these boxes. Wow, look at them, guys. Absolutely lovely red fancy tiger shrimp. We're gonna properly look at them once I put them in the tank. Now they're a little bit pale because they're red color. Red shrimp, normally when they're stressed, they're very pale, especially when they've been in the dark for quite some time. So these 250 red fancy tigers deserve to have a very big tank. So they're gonna be happy to live here because it's quite big enough for them. And we're gonna leave them for, I don't know, half an hour. So the temperature gonna be equalized inside the box, and then we're gonna put them inside the tank, properly look at them. Alrighty, the next bag. And here we have a low-grade wicked stardust and low-grade boar shrimp. If you don't know about wicked stardust, it's basically the same as the black stardust. It's just a Kelvin Owen creation. He just named this shrimp wicked stardust. Maybe they are low-grade for Kelvin, but for me they look absolutely fantastic. And this gorgeous shrimp is gonna go into this little tank at the top. It's not exactly a little tank. It's 50 plus liters. It's absolutely healthy tank. This shrimp's gonna be happy here. Hey guys, check this out. 250 of gorgeous red fancy tigers. And guys, remember, they're still pale because I just got them from the back, but even now they look absolutely fantastic, guys. All right, now it's time to put our fancy tigers inside this big tank. Let's make it rain with fancy tigers. Look at this tank now, full of fancy tigers. They already started to explore this tank and munching on the biofilm and algae growing inside this tank. You can see they're slowly getting this color back and they're becoming more colorful. Look at them, guys, munching on the side glass. A lot of yummy stuff growing here. This tank is not new. It's about 10 months old, close to 1 year, and it's fully established. What I very like about the shrimp is the price. They are very budget friendly. They are very beginners friendly also. When I was at Kelvin's store, I saw the tank full of the shrimp and I said, I'm gonna buy them. Well, when I asked him why you grade them as a low grade, and he said,
those that are more white, lesser red colors, I will put them as a low grade. I want the one with more red.
So yeah, I can see they have not much red, more white.
Yes, more white.
That's why you call them, because it's your personal preference.
Yeah.
But they still have a very bright color and very bright legs, and to me they are absolutely perfect. They're absolutely fine, nothing wrong with them. And I think most of you are gonna agree with me that these shrimps are really, really stunning. Wow. So awesome, guys. We're gonna take a look properly at them. They're absolutely stunning. All right, guys, check them out. The shrimps now in the tank. They're starting munch on there. biofilm and algae. This tank is new. I would say it's about 3 or 4 months old, and it's been tested with the test shrimps. As you can see guys, all of my tanks are exactly the same. I have a tall UGF at the back with the sponge inside and with some soil at the top. And you can see at the bottom is no muck because this tank is really new. But over the time you might see some waste built up. When you see a lot of waste, in my opinion, it's better to do soft reset and vacuum all the waste, because that waste at the bottom creates some ammonia spikes and it's not really healthy for shrimp. And now let's take a look at the shrimp itself. They are not the highest grade, they are low grade boa and low grade wicked stardust. Just look at the legs guys. Every single shrimp has a spider legs. This is what I like about. And you know, when I saw the shrimps in Kelvin's store, I just was so amazed about them and about the price for them, and I said, look, I don't want to spend fortune to buy a higher grade boas. Just give me all of these low grade boas because they are not low grade to me. And what is it you have in this tank?
This is just a Galaxy.
Galaxy, yeah.
But the lineage is also from my boa or my wicked stardust. Like the ones that I do not want to breed anymore, I will just sell them as under the name Galaxy. And also because I only breed high grade, all the parentage is from high grade. Yeah.
So basically they are babies of high grade
Yes,
boas and
it's just
wicked
that
stardust as well.
they do not have the traits that I want.
They are the budget option if people want to buy boas or wicked stardust. This is the
By the
budget.
genetics only. Sometimes because their genes are good, they mold and then from ugly become very nice.
Okay.
But I still leave them there inside. Yeah.
So if you breed them, there is a big chance you're gonna have a very high grade shrimp. If you don't have enough money to buy high grade boas, so this is really good opportunity for you to build up your own boas from the bottom. So basically you buy a lower grade and cull, every generation just cull and create your own high grade. Just look at the shrimp on the side of the tank. I think they love these green walls. Look at them, they're very hungry. And this is my ocean blue breeding tank. The shrimps that keep reproducing, they're very good breeders. You don't need many shrimps for breeding tank. 25 shrimps, I would say, more than enough. So as long as you have mostly females, you can see that some small shrimp, they don't have an ocean blue coloration because they need to grow up to about 10 millimeters, 12 millimeters to be like ocean blue. So all of these babies gonna go into this large tank you saw where I put the 250 ocean blues. That tank gonna be my grow out tank. I'm probably gonna top up some females here because there is still space for some females. So this size of the tank is perfect for the breeding tank. It's 50 centimeters across, 30 centimeter high and 45 centimeter deep. If you just put like 40 females and 10 males, that would be very good ratio. This is what I'm aiming for. And once that new shrimp start to grow to the adult size, I'm gonna select some females and top up into this tank. Guys, I'm not gonna show you all of the shrimp from the last pack because they are part of the pre-order, but I'm gonna show you some shrimp that Kelvin sent to me as a birthday present. All right guys, check this out. Here we have about 15 orange eye shrimp I'm gonna use for my oven project. So what they are cast from orange eye blue King Kong shrimp. I really like orange eyes blue coloration. So now they're gonna go into this tank. They're gonna be here for a little while until I move the fish from this tank. Let me just quickly show you this rack. So this is relatively new rack. Only 2 tanks left are the tanks on the top. So once I set these tanks up, I'm gonna have some space for that fish. And what Kelvin also sent to me are 2 high-grade fancy tigers males. And why I need males, guys? Because I lost all my males from this colony. I don't know how it's happened, don't ask me, but I just went on holiday and I came back and I couldn't find any males. Of course, here I have plenty of babies and should be some males among them, but I don't want to wait for them to grow up. It's gonna take a few months and this is really a waste of time. I want them to breed now. I want them to multiply and reproducing. All right, guys, I finished unboxing. It took me almost 10 hours to do that and film every step. It's 1,000 shrimp, is a lot of shrimp. So next step, I'm gonna get back to you in a few days and feed the shrimp. And I'm also gonna show you some of my other tanks. It's kind of my shrimp room tour because I didn't do a tour for quite a long time. Enjoy the tour, don't go anywhere, I'll see you in 1 second. Guys, look at this awesome t-shirt I've got in the post today from KW Shrimp. Stunning shrimp here, and check this out. Lots of pictures of high-grade shrimp at the back. And now guys, I'm officially a shrimp breeder. Now let's feed these red devils orange eyes black beans. They're probably hungry by now. I remember first time I saw the shrimp online about like 5-6 years ago. I thought, wow, that's a gorgeous combination of orange eyes and deep red coloration. You know, like deep red King Kong, so wine red deep color. This is exactly the same color, but with the orange eyes. This is really stunning combination, and I thought, yeah, I really want this shrimp, but I couldn't find any good grades until one day I met Kelvin and I went to his shop and I saw this stunning shrimp in his shop and I said, yeah, that's it, this is what I want to buy. Because not often you can find such a deep red coloration. That's why I bought so many of them, because they are absolutely gorgeous. An interesting fact about these shrimps actually blind, so they cannot see, and all the orange eyes actually cannot see. So here we're basically breeding disabled shrimp. But the shrimp actually, they don't need to see, they're using their antennas to navigate around, so they can comfortably live without vision. And now it's time to feed our zebra stardust shrimp. They must be very hungry. And take a look at them, guys. They are definitely super hungry, and the reason for that is because there are lots of adults here. So you can see the shrimps are almost fully grown here, so there's not many juveniles. I like feeding shrimp, guys. This is what makes me happy, and I think it's the most excited part of this hobby. And the good news, guys, that the shrimps are already started to breed. I have so many berry females here. I found about like 5 or 6 berry females inside this tank. Imagine, guys, after only 6 days we have like 6 berry females. That's insane result. You know, guys, what I noticed, the more simpler the shrimp, the better they breed. That's why I'm happy to have this zebra stardust in my collection, because they are gonna be breed like a crazy and they're gonna give me constantly lots of babies. And guys, I want to quickly compare this zebra stardust shrimp with normal stardust shrimp, because I have a normal stardust shrimp in my other tank. So let me show you that shrimp so you can see the difference. Here you go, guys. This is my breeding tank with red stardust shrimp. You can see straight away this shrimp on another level compared to the zebra stardust. Just look at the patterns of the shrimp, guys. The patterns are very well organized. Kelvin did an amazing job creating the shrimp. Just look at the legs, look at the patterns. This took him years and years of selective breeding to make this piece of art, guys. And I also have another tank with this beautiful shrimp. Let me show you quickly. And here's the breeding tank with my highest grade red stardust shrimp. They are a cross between stardust you just saw and the boa shrimp. This is Kelvin's signature line, his very own creation, and these shrimp are truly the next level. They combine the best of both, somewhere between boa and stardust, with bigger dots, thicker cape, and absolutely stunning spider legs. Of course, the price tag on the shrimp is quite high, but when you look at it, you should understand why. It's because they are premium shrimp and it takes years of selective breeding to achieve this quality. And guys, when you buy shrimp like this, you're really paying for the breeder's time and skill, so the price is gonna be high. So absolutely beautiful shrimp. And now it's time to feed red fancy tigers. Guys, I'm having fun feeding my fancy tigers for the very first time. Just look at the shrimp bowl here. They look very hungry to me. The shrimp doing fantastic here, not a single loss. I just put a few buried females in this tank. Being so young, they already started to breed. Probably the smallest mamas I ever saw. I think the shrimps are very prolific. So they are basically white-based fancy tigers, the shrimp that Kevin doesn't like. I don't mind white-based, I'm absolutely happy with them. Very beautiful shrimp. And now, guys, I want to show you the tank with my hornet shrimp. And in case you don't know what the hornets are, they are basically a galaxy tigers that have been selectively bred to create these patterns similar to fancy tiger shrimp with a slightly yellow base. Honestly, guys, there is nothing too special about the shrimps in my opinion. They're just an improved version of galaxy tigers. When they first came out, they were super expensive, around $650 per shrimp. But after just few years, the price had dropped significantly. You can pick up the lower grades for around $30 or so. But these shrimps are not pure hornets, they are actually a budget version created by Kelvin. They are simply a cross between high-grade hornets and high-grade galaxy tigers. You can see they look very similar to original hornets, but they are much more affordable, and because of the new cross with galaxy tiger genetics, they're more genetically diverse and it makes them more prolific and resistant to disease. You can see they are breeding like crazy here. Really pleased with this colony, guys. Now it's time to feed our ocean blues. Let's drop him some food. Look at them, guys, they are starving. These ocean blues are such as active little shrimp, always moving, always grazing. I definitely need to drop blue back in here to keep the food going for them. I've got to say, Kelvin did an amazing job selecting them for me. Every single one is high grade, and look, they are all about the same size. Young juveniles that haven't even shown their gender yet. This size is absolutely perfect for shipping. They handle the journey way better than adults. No need to sex them, just scoop them straight from the tank and into the bag. I just love the shrimp, so bright, so active and full of life. So this tank right here is the reason why I didn't order any more deep blue balls from Kelvin, because I've already got a colony that's breeding non-stop with tons of little ones everywhere. When I first got them from Kelvin about 6 months ago, I had over 100 shrimp in this tank, but they didn't really breed well until I sold most of them and I ended up with just around 30, and that's when things changed. They started to breed like a crazy. Now I have over 100 fresh babies in here and I'm just about to move them into a grow out tank to give the shrimp more space for breeding. And you know what's funny guys? The exact same thing happened in this tank with shadow pandas. They only started breeding once I sold most of them off. So yeah, no need to order any more from Kelvin because this tank is doing amazing with plenty of babies everywhere. I know not many of you guys seems that interested in this shrimp, but honestly I think they are absolutely beautiful. And now is finally the time to feed our boa stardust shrimp. Let's do it now. Such a beautiful little shrimp. I looked closely another day and what I see are very high quality shrimp. Maybe like 10% of them are not so great, look close to galaxy shrimp, but the rest are truly stunning. Kelvin mentioned that over the years he is constantly culling his shrimp, constantly removing low grades, and because of that his lower grades keep improving. They are breeding more true now and producing fewer culls. The funny thing is he's actually running into a problem, not enough low grades anymore. He has to cull really nice shrimp because there are not many ugly ones left. That's why even Kelvin's low grade shrimp looks so good. Just look at them guys, truly beautiful shrimp. And guys, if you like my shrimp, you know what to do, right? The link will be in the description box, so have a look. Guys, make sure you watch this video next because YouTube thinks you might like it. YouTube is like my wife, it's always right. Have a nice day.